History buffs will be on the edge of their seat next week at Duluth's Zeitgeist Theater as a new documentary film with local connections premieres. The Bong Veterans Historical Center and Pacific Rex teamed up to find Marge 2 years ago. Now, Marge is the name of Richard Bong's P-38 fighter plane. The two groups worked together to create a documentary film of the successful search in the jungles of Papua New Guinea.
This is about Mission Marge. It's a documentary taking place here and technically across the world, documenting how we found the original Marge P-38 airplane owned by Richard Bong.
The premiere of Mission Marge will be Saturday, March 28th at 3 p.m. The Zeitgeist Theater is on East Superior Street in downtown Duluth. And guess what? Admission is free.
Hey, there we go.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a piece of local history I would love to learn more about. So might have to check out that documentary for sure.